It's the last thing you'd imagine happening to your home sweet home. Tragedy striking and part or all of the house going up in flames. For some, picking up the pieces includes making a phone call to the law offices of Tunnell and Raysor.
The stress level of people when they call in that situation is so high, and they're very emotional. First of all, the primary residence for people, or any kind of a home for anyone, obviously that's a big investment, and to lose any part of it or the entire home is a significant loss. Then you add to it the mementos, the sentimental things that might have been lost that you really can't even place a value on. When they start thinking about it, it becomes really, really overwhelming, and they're very distraught.
And Kelly Dunn-Geloff says what's already a devastating situation can be made much worse for folks when they're engaged in a battle with their insurance companies who are perhaps unwilling to pay for damages.
That's when they call us and say, look, I need help. We have insurance, but they're saying that we violated the contract or they aren't covering under certain paragraphs, and it's just too much and too overwhelming for us. Can we have your help in helping us through this?
Kelly says one of the more common ways insurance companies can get out of paying is if people don't have functioning smoke detectors.
That is one that they can look at and say, you didn't have one that was working. You didn't have one or enough to have been able to detect this. Therefore, maybe you wouldn't have lost all of this. Therefore, we don't have to pay for it. Those are kinds of things that people don't think about.
She adds that what insurance companies are willing and unwilling to do will vary for a few different reasons.
It really depends on the extent of the damage. It depends on how many you were supposed to have working and that they weren't. It really just does depend on what the situation is at that particular time.
Even though it may seem like a hopeless situation, Kelly says folks shouldn't immediately lose heart until an attorney gets involved.
We can look at every situation to see if there is some way around it. Some of the contracts may be older and not have something that is in there specifically about it, but we certainly look for ways to work with the insurance company in hopes of them seeing that, hey, this should be paid for. And maybe it's a situation where it can be covered under another part of the policy because of a loophole maybe, or something they forgot to put in there. That's what attorneys are trained to do, review the fine print.
In fact, in the fine print, attorneys might discover details that'll possibly surprise you.
You may not realize that you may have a displacement factor where they will pay up to X number of dollars to put you up for a certain period of time, with some housing, that you may be able to have other portions of your policy pay out to assist you for clothing, cleaning of anything in your home, the smoke damage that is caused. So even if you don't lose things, but the smoke has damaged all of your sweaters, for example, to go ahead and clean them, that's something that is typically covered through your policy, and people don't realize that.
Think of attorneys as trusted friends, sticking by your side even in the toughest of times.
Even in a situation where, unfortunately, what we're being told, the information that we're being given and shown, and then the contract, if for some reason it's not something that we can, or we appear to not be able to kind of overcome, or if we get involved in the process a bit and it looks like, nope, it just doesn't look like it's a winning position, at least the client feels like, okay, I've at least done everything I can to understand and fight for what I thought was right, but feel better about the fact that they at least came to somebody who could say, okay, this is really what it says and this is where we are.
It's true that life doesn't always play fair, but even in the fiery trials, these guys will do their best to not let you get burned.